It was a cold night in March 1983 when everything changed. A New Jersey state trooper pulled over a car on a quiet highway. It was supposed to be a routine stop, but then gunfire. Trooper Jacobs was shot in the face. The man who shot him? Glen Turner, a known member of the Pagans Motorcycle Club. Turner ran, leaving behind a burning car. A manhunt began. The police were now chasing a violent outlaw biker across state lines. Trooper Jacobs pulled over a white Cadillac speeding on Route 42 in South Jersey. He approached the driver and started to search him. Suddenly, the driver, Glen Turner, pulled out a gun and shot Jacobs in the face. Even after being hit, Jacobs managed to shoot back 6 times, but Turner got away. His car was found nearby, set on fire. Police believe Turner was trying to destroy evidence. They knew who he was, Glen Turner, 34, a dangerous man tied to the Pagans MC. The Pagans Motorcycle Club. The Pagans are one of the most feared biker gangs on the East Coast. They deal in drugs, guns, and violence. In the 1980s, they had chapters from Florida to New York. Turner was a leader in the gang's Philadelphia crew. Police had already suspected him of being involved in drug crimes. Now, he was wanted for shooting a cop. 5 days after the shooting, police caught Turner hiding in Pennsylvania. He was charged with attempted murder and illegal gun possession. The court set his bail at $150,000, but then something unbelievable happened. Turner skipped bail. He disappeared. Police were furious. Again, they started searching for him. This time, the FBI joined in. They found Turner 2 weeks later hiding in Virginia. He was flown back to New Jersey. This time, the judge wasn't taking chances. Turner's bail was set at $4 million. He stayed behind bars. In late 1983, Turner went on trial. Everyone agreed he shot the trooper. But his lawyer claimed Turner was high on drugs and didn't mean to shoot anyone. Turner testified in court. He said the trooper saw his pagan lighter and insulted him. He said he panicked and pulled the trigger. The prosecutors didn't believe him. They said Turner shot because he didn't want to go back to prison. He had a gun he wasn't allowed to have, and he knew it. The jury took 5 hours to decide. Guilty. On all charges. The judge gave Turner the maximum sentence, 25 years in prison. He had to serve at least 12.5 years before he could ask for parole. He was sent to Yardville State Prison. Trooper Jacobs survived, but he was badly hurt. The bullet damaged his spine and left him nearly blind in one eye. He couldn't return to patrol work, so he was moved to a different police unit. The shooting caused big changes. Police unions demanded better protection, like 2-person patrols and stronger vests. It also gave law enforcement a new reason to crack down on biker gangs like the Pagan. Turner's prison years. Behind bars at Yardville State Prison, Glen Turner found himself in a world far removed from the brotherhood of the Pagans. The concrete walls and steel bars were a stark contrast to the open roads he once traveled on his Harley-Davidson. Prison records show Turner struggled to adapt to the rigid structure of incarceration. During his first year, Turner was involved in several altercations with other inmates. Prison officials placed him in solitary confinement multiple times for fighting and refusing to follow orders. The man who once commanded respect in the Pagans hierarchy now found himself at the bottom of the prison pecking order. By 1985, Turner's behavior began to change. Former inmates recall him spending more time in the prison library, reading everything from legal texts to motorcycle magazines. He started correspondence courses and earned his GED, something he had never completed on the outside. Friends from his biker days said the letters they received from him grew increasingly philosophical and regretful. The parole hearings. Turner's first parole hearing came in 1996 after serving 12.5 years. Trooper Jacobs, now retired due to his injuries, appeared before the parole board to oppose Turner's release. His testimony was powerful and emotional. He described the ongoing pain from his injuries, the surgeries he had endured, and the psychological trauma that haunted him daily. "This man didn't just shoot me," Jacobs told the board. "He took away my career, my health, and my peace of mind." He showed no mercy that night in March. The parole board denied Turner's request. They would deny it again in 1998, 2000, and 2002. Each time, Jacobs appeared to remind them of the severity of Turner's crime. Life after prison. Turner was finally released in 2008 after serving 25 years, his full sentence. He was 59 years old, a gray-haired man who bore little resemblance to the dangerous biker who had terrorized a New Jersey highway decades earlier. Upon his release, Turner moved to a halfway house in Camden. He found work at a motorcycle repair shop, using skills he had learned before his criminal life consumed him. Former associates said he avoided contact with the Pagans, knowing that his lengthy prison sentence had made him an outsider to the organization he once served. The gang stays quiet. The Pagans didn't say much about Turner's case, but sources say they were angry. His actions brought too much heat from police and the media. After Turner's trial, other Pagan members were arrested for gun and drug crimes. One ex-member and his wife were murdered before they could testify in another case. Police believed the gang was trying to silence witnesses. Glen Turner wasn't just a biker. He was a violent man with a long criminal past. His attack on Trooper Jacobs nearly killed a cop and made him a symbol of how dangerous outlaw motorcycle gangs can be. The incident marked a turning point in law enforcement's approach to motorcycle gangs. Federal agencies began working more closely with local police to track gang activities across state lines. New laws were passed targeting organized criminal enterprises, giving prosecutors stronger tools to dismantle these groups. Meanwhile, the Pagans went underground, restructuring their operations to avoid detection. They became more secretive about membership and activities, making it harder for law enforcement to infiltrate their ranks. The Turner case became a cautionary tale, studied in police academies nationwide, showing how quickly routine traffic stops can escalate into life-threatening situations when dealing with organized crime figures. Jacobs lived, Turner went to prison, but the scars from that night remain. This case reminded everyone, some traffic stops are more dangerous than they seem, and some criminals will do anything to escape justice. And that's the story of Glen Turner, a high-ranking Pagan motorcycle gang leader whose life spiraled into violence, drugs, and a brutal showdown with law enforcement. His trial gripped the region, his actions stunned the public, and his sentencing sent a message. No outlaw stands above the law. If you found this video informative, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the criminal underworld. We cover real stories, real people, and the raw truth behind headlines that shook communities. Got a case you want us to cover next? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay safe.